Great. We're going to start with this. There's no public defender over at Juveniles, so.
Oh, Your Honor, I mean, I can cover if they quickly let me know what's going on. If they need,
we'll see what happens. We got enough people here to keep us busy for a while, I think.
Sounds good, Judge.
Thank you.
And Judge, I don't know if we want to just confirm if Mr. Shanks is still unavailable to bump that one again.
Okay, can the jail tell me if Mr. Shanks is available?
He's unavailable, Your Honor, so we can continue him. It's an involuntary absence, I'm told.
He's an unavailable, you said, is that right?
Yes, Judge, and it's an involuntary absence. I just confirmed.
Okay. We will continue, and we've done it 4 times, so we'll see how that plays out, but I will continue him then. There was 2 others that we continued that the probation couldn't do the reports.
Right, Judge.
Pre-trial couldn't do the reports because the time crunches. So we
yes, Your Honor. No objection to continue the evening.
They were the last 2 brought into the system.
Certainly. Speak, Ashley.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ashley, attorney.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant for trespassing out of Justice Court. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date on May the 28th at 10 a.m. in Justice Court. So you are being released. Your next court date is the 28th.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
It's okay. The policy. There's who's that? Henry. He's in Monsieur. Yes.
signature. Yeah.
The person can have a seat.
Judge, this was the one that was continued to tonight because we don't have a pre-trial report.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Hi, sir. Can I have your name, please?
AC Marshall Henry.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on initial appearance. Purpose for this hearing is for me to set release conditions. You're here on a charge of theft of means of transportation and possession of drug paraphernalia. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $7,500 bond with pretrial services. He's got a substantial felony conviction history, which includes violent offenses. And in this instant case, he had a stolen vehicle with the keys, but reported to law enforcement that he didn't know whose vehicle it was.
Okay, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, I do see that substantial criminal history, but pretrial also put a note in there that says because of their workload, he could not be interviewed. So, Judge, I don't have a lot of information, but if the court's comfortable going forward, I just ask that the court consider, given that this is a property offense, the court consider release to pretrial services, but if you're not inclined, a $2,000 bond.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to set the bond in the amount of $2,500, set it for a preliminary hearing on May 21st at 1:30. Appoint the office of public defender to represent the defendant. I'm going to impose standard release conditions, including no contact with any victims and don't return to the scene at the time. Sir, your new court date is May 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. Good luck to you.
I wasn't in possession of a stolen vehicle.
I'll cost you $10. So now you're asking me to do two things, huh? All righty. Here's Mr. Shank back. I signed it. So the next one should be what number? Number 4? Hi, can I have your name, please?
Samuel Ramirez, sir.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of organized retail theft, conspiracy to put and illegal control of an enterprise, and theft. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Yes, Judge. Matthew McCray on behalf of the Attorney General. I submitted a recommendation sheet. Mr. Ramirez is part of a 7-member crew that was committing organized retail theft from Nogales, Cochise County, Pinal County, Pima County, and Maricopa County. They targeted Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Harbor Freight. Through the course of their scheme, they took about $50,000 worth of merchandise from these retailers over this 3-month time frame, which were later resold for profit by one of the individuals in this group. Based on the fact that Mr. Ramirez was on release during the for some of these offenses, we're asking for a $25,000 bond, as he's shown that he's willing to commit offenses while pending in other criminal offenses. I understand he's on probation. However, the state is concerned that while he was on release, he still went out and committed these offenses, and that wasn't enough of a deterrent. So based on that, a $25,000 bond, noting his criminal history, the nature of the offenses. If the court is inclined to release him, we would ask that he be ordered not only not to return to the victim locations, but not to return to any Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, or Harbor Freight in the state of Arizona.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, they just brought Mr. Ramirez downstairs. So can I have a moment to check them, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Thanks.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, so Mr. Ramirez informs me that after he was released from prison to probation, he has been checking in with his officer. This is something that he says is unexpected, and he doesn't understand the charges, but I've explained to him that disclosure is forthcoming. Your Honor, for all those reasons, and given that this is a property offense, we are asking you to consider releasing Mr. Ramirez to pretrial services supervision with an order to report to his PO. But if the court is not inclined, we just ask that the court consider setting a $1,000 bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 cash secured, pretrial if released on bond. Set the matter for May 21st, 1:30 p.m. for preliminary hearing. Standard release conditions will apply with additional conditions: no contact with any victims, don't go to any victim locations. And appointing or reappointing Eric Mensch as his lawyer. And again, the next court date is May 21st. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you for the AG. AG
Judge,
can be released. Yeah.
Can we also include no contact with his co-defendants on this case?
Yeah, we can add that. That's usually yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Shanks is gone now. So the next one would be what? 6.
Judge, I believe we have a long list of misdemeanors, if I may be briefly excused.
Sure, that's fine. Just don't go too fast.
I won't, unless the court needs my assistance on misdemeanors. I'm happy to stick that.
No, just don't go out to breakfast.
And Samihan, maybe you can figure out who was supposed to be at juvenile.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll shoot them an email.
Okay, excellent. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Yes, Cheryl Abraham.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on a number of domestic violence charges. I'm going to release you, give you a new court date. That new court date is going to be May the 21st at 10:30 in the morning. in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. Standard conditions of release, including other conditions: no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. If you have property at that location, you can return with the police to get that property, but we must contact before you go there. So you are being released. Your new court date is May the 21st. Good luck to you.
Yes. Marcelo.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
David Rocha Marcelo.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on new charges of disorderly conduct. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date. That new court date is going to be April the 21st at 10:30 in the morning. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Standard release conditions are going to apply, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the incident location. You are being released. Make sure you make.
Did you say May 21st?
21st at 10:30 at Justice Court here in downtown Tucson.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
So. Hernandez.
Hello.
Can I have your name, please?
It's Marlene Hernandez.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here charged with disorderly conduct, charges out of Justice Court. I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of the 21st at 10:30 in the morning here at Justice Court in downtown Tucson. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Do you understand these release conditions?
Yes, I do.
All right, you're being released. Good luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
Iverson.
Hi, can I have your name, please? Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on several things. You have a warrant out of Justice Court for failure to appear. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of May the 21st.
Thank you.
Appear in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson at that time, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, let's go on to your city court cases. You also have warrants out of the city of Tucson. You also have a new charge of trespassing out of the city of Tucson. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of June the 16th at 9 a.m. at Tucson City Court. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right, you are being released. Make sure that you make your court dates. You'll get a copy of these court dates. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Leva.
Good morning. Can I have your name, please?
San Luis Leva.
You're here today on charges of trespassing. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date. That new court date is going to be the 21st at 9 a.m. You must go ahead.
Your Honor, I'm going to be released today.
If you don't have anything holding you, yes, you will be released today.
Yes, sir.
All right, make sure you make your next court date or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, too. Well, they showed it.
Hi, can I have your name, please? I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant for shoplifting. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of May 21st at 9:30 in the morning in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson with Judge Foreman. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims and don't go to the incident location. You are being released. Your new court date is May the 21st. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Oh. Sorry, it wasn't inside there.
Go ahead. Nelson.
I'll just release him. He was half asleep. Sir, I'll be right with you. I have to sign some paperwork. Sorry about that. Be careful with this. Don't hurt yourself. What's your name?
Andrew Nelson.
Yes.
Andrew Johnson or Andrew Nelson?
Nelson. Nelson.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of May the 21st at 8:30 in the morning in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. You're being released. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good luck to you.
Rivera.
Can I have your name, please?
Leah Olvera.
Let me get your case up on the computer. Okay, you have a warrant out of Marana. I'm going to release you on your Marana case and give you a new court date of June 11th. You also have a bunch of warrants out of the city of Tucson. Let me look at those. And you have a new charge out of Tucson of paraphernalia and having prescription-only drugs. What I'm going to do on your Tucson cases, I am going to set a $100 bond. I'm going to set this matter for a video review on the 20th. I'm going to appoint a Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. The time on the 20th is going to be 1:45 p.m. If you post the bond and release, your new court date will be June 11th in the city of Tucson. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims, not to return to the scene of the crime, and be law-abiding. So your total bond is $100. If you don't post it, your next court date is the 11th or the 20th of May in Tucson City Court. And you will have a public defender. I sign it. Good luck to you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ronnie Rubio.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with disorderly conduct, trespassing, assault, and resisting arrest. Do you understand why you're here today?
No, I say I was drinking, so I not 100%, but I do understand the charges though.
All right. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date. New court date is going to be the 21st of May at the Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. You must appear at that time. Standard release conditions are going to apply in your case. So you are being released, but you must appear in court on that date. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ayala.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ramon Ayala.
We're on number 10, right? You're Javier Garavera?
No, Ramon Ayala.
Okay, sorry about that. We got lots of files today. So you're here today because you have numerous warrants out of city of Tucson. I'm going to set a $2,500 bond and give you a new court date of
Your Honor, I don't have the money to pay the bond or anything like that. I'm homeless, so I don't have anything.
Okay, well, Judge Million wants to see you. Do I give him the 5/20 date? This blue sheet's blank. Oh. So your new court date's going to be the 28th at 1:30 p.m. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you.
So I'll be housed here then?
Yes, you're going to stay there until your next court date unless you post the bond. Good luck to you, and your lawyer will be in contact with you. This one you'll have to mix them all, but I think I signed them. Maybe I didn't. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Alexis Casadio.
Can I have your name one more time, please?
Alexis Casadio.
Okay, you're here today on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm Judge Hazel. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of June 11th at 9 a.m. You must appear in court at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Felix Fabian Cisneros.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of criminal damage and disorderly conduct. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of June 10th at 2 p.m. in Tucson City Court. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. You are being released. You are being released on these charges. Good luck to you.
Okay. You said June 10th, right?
Ali.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Joshua Howie.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of assault. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of June 10th at 1:30 in Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson. Standard conditions of release will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. You are being released. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. Approve.
Yes.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Nathaniel Aaron Kesselring.
Hi, I'm Judge Basil. You're here today on charges of assault. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of June the 10th at 1:30 p.m. in Tucson City Court. You must appear at that time. Standard release conditions will apply, and additional conditions of no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Do you understand these release conditions?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Scott Lalim.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on a probation violation charges out of Tucson City Court. Get $250 and give you a new court date of May the 20th by video review. At 1:45 p.m., I'm appointing the Office of the Tucson Public Defender to represent you. If you post,
Judge.
if you post,
Sorry.
if you post the bond, you'll be released, and you must appear on June 19th. Go ahead.
Okay. This was a DUI that happened 6 years ago, and I did the breathalyzer, I did the counseling, I did everything they asked. I just don't know why the probation was violated.
Well, that's between you and Tucson City Court. You'll have to ask them. But you've got a warrant. If you post the bond, you'll be released.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Yes.
Can I have your name, please?
Jenna Nax.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of assault and disorderly conduct. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of June the 10th. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. You are being released. Your new court date is June the 10th in the city of Tucson downtown.
Yes.
Any questions? Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Yes. Up here.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Isai Velasquez.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a petition to revoke pending in the Tucson City Court.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is set your bond at $250 and give you a new court date, video review on May the 20th. I'm appointing the Office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. If you post the bond, you must appear on June the 4th. The bond is $250. If you post it, you'll be released. Otherwise, you'll remain in custody until your next court date. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your Honor, this is a Spanish speaker. Also,
Do we have an interpreter with us?
Interpreter's ready, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Can I have
Diga su nombre lentamente para que se le entienda. Lentamente su nombre.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Señor, su nombre, por favor.
Oh, Javier.
Oh, Javier.
Sir, you're here today on charges of disorderly conduct. I don't see a sheet for this.
Señor, usted se encuentra detenido hoy día por acusaciones de alteración del orden público. Last name is Jabalera, Your Honor, Jabalera.
All right, sir, I am going to release you. I'm going to give you...
¿Puede permitir que salga de la cárcel el día de hoy, señor?
I'm going to give you a
¿Puede
new
permitir
court
que
date.
salga de la cárcel el día de hoy? Y le voy a dar una fecha nueva para la próxima vez que tenga que presentarse.
Ok, está bien.
Okay, fine.
Está bien.
Your new
Okay.
court date will be May the 21st at 10:30 a.m. in Justice Court in downtown Tucson.
La próxima audiencia en su caso, señor, se pacta para el día 21 de mayo a las 10:30 por la mañana en el juzgado de paz en el centro de Tucson.
Ok, está bien. Gracias.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. You're being released.
Buena suerte, señor, va a poder salir.
Mande.
Buena suerte, señor, va a poder salir.
Ok, muchas gracias, muy amable. Gracias.
Okay, thank you very much. Very helpful.
Gracias.
Thank you. You're
Okay.
welcome. Thank you. Okay. And Your Honor, the interpreter will stand by for the victim in another matter. I don't know which one it might be.
All right. It's on number 20, but we'll let you know.
Thank you.
So what should be the next one, Kim? 16?
Hello.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Joseph Martinez. You got it.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on a charge of trespassing. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yeah.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date. June the 3rd in Cerrito Municipal Court at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to impose standard release conditions, including a condition not to return to that location. But you are
Okay.
being released, okay? Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ready? So do we do easily next? Hi, can I have your name, please?
Anthony, is it?
Oh. I'm sorry?
Did you say something to me? Is he talking to me? Sorry, I'm missing a lot of my day for schizophrenia and ADHD. It's really hard to focus on that for my children.
Hi, Judge.
All right. This is Mr. Easley. He's here on felony charges, and then he also has a warrant or a charge out of the city of Tucson. So let's do with the felony charges first. Does the state have a position on Mr. Easley?
Your Honor, he doesn't appear to have criminal history, so we're requesting release to pretrial with a stepped court hearing date.
Attorney for the defendant?
Thank you, Judge. We agree with all of that. We just ask that you waive some time for the preliminary hearing. I believe the 45 days brings us to June the 25th.
All right. On the felony matter, I will release him. But not on the felony matter. It's on the misdemeanor.
Yes, sir.
I'm the victim here, just so you know I'm on the line.
Yes, but you're on the other case. He has two.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to deal with that one next. All right, Mr. Easley, you're also here today because you have new charges of disorderly conduct, domestic violence, and criminal damage, domestic violence. We do have a victim on the line on that matter. This is a Tucson City case. What would the victim like to tell me?
Your Honor, my son has battled mental illness for a very long time, and we're trying to get him into an appropriate housing situation where he can be monitored over the summer while he can go through some rehab. I would appreciate it if there's any way that he can be held until that housing is set up.
We don't hold people for that purpose.
Okay.
Generally, just because that's not how the system generally works. Do you perceive him to be a threat to you?
I perceive him to be a threat to himself at this point. I'm very concerned about whether or not he'll be safe if he just gets released, because he can't come back here. And I'm very concerned about what's going to happen if he just gets released. He really doesn't have anywhere to go. And because of his mental health history, my great concern is that if he gets just released, that we won't ever see him again.
Judge Hazel, may I say something?
Yes, but I will not hold him simply for the purpose of... Yeah, but go ahead.
Judge, so right now, it seems like he has a Title 36 hold anyway. So my understanding is that once the court, or if the court releases him, he will be transported to the CRC, where he will be evaluated before being released out to the community. That's my understanding.
All right, thank you for that update. I'm going to set a $250 bond. I'm going to set this matter for a video review on the 20th. I'm appointing Tucson City Public Defender to represent him. When he is released, if he is released prior to that date, I'm going to set the matter for June the 13th. Again, standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. I am appointing a lawyer to represent him in this matter. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor, for setting bail. That will help.
You have a good day, sir.
So, Judge, I'm sorry. So the city court date is June the 13th.
Well, it's May 20th for video review. If he posts it longer, he's released for some reason, then it'll be May June 13th. On video reviews, I'm required to set 2 different dates.
Oh, I missed the May 20th part of this.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Kevin John Ash.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today on a charge of reckless display of a firearm. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, this one's a tough one, given that he doesn't really have a criminal history, but the incident does involve, handling a firearm that would put that, listed victim in the interim complaint and apprehension. That's the only reason the state really requested a bond. We're not vehemently opposed to some release or a lower bond. It's just very concerning conduct.
Okay, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to release Mr. Ash to pretrial services supervision with a no contact order with the victims. Your Honor, the charge is dangerous in nature. We understand it's a disorderly conduct. But Mr. Ash is 63 years old. He's employed. His mother has agreed to take third-party custody and transport. There is no evidence of pointing the firearm. He admitted to police that he was just holding it. For those reasons, and given that he has a complete lack of felony history or misdemeanor history, at least from the pretrial services report, we ask you to release him to pretrial services supervision. Thank you.
All right, I am going to make the following rulings. I'm going to set this matter for a preliminary hearing on June the 2nd. I am going to release him with the following conditions through trial. No contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime, or the victim's location, rather. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender. Specifically in this case, I'm ordering that he not possess any firearms, but additionally, I'm directing that he surrender all firearms to the sheriff. Your next court date, sir, is June the 2nd. You are being released. If you don't surrender those firearms, that could be a new crime, but also your release conditions could be revoked. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm making you work today, aren't I? See him sitting over there watching Netflix. He just said, "Oh, I wish I had a judge that goes a little faster so I can get out of here." Hi, can I have your name, please?
Corbin Butler.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with trafficking and stolen property. The state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's okay with release to pretrial. He only has a couple out-of-county personal possession priors, and it's really due to the nature of the offense.
Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, I agree with the state. Thank you.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of June the 2nd at 1:30 p.m. in downtown Tucson here for a preliminary hearing. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't go to victim locations. You are being released. Your new court date is June the 2nd. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. State attorney, okay?
Nettles.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Omar Cisneros.
Sir, you're here today on charges of aggravated harassment, aggravated domestic violence. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state is recommending $10,000 bond with pretrial services. It looks like he's on misdemeanor DV probation involving the same victim, and there does appear to be also an additional pending DV case, again involving the same victim.
All right, thank you. We have a victim on the phone that's Spanish speaking. If you could unmute yourself and tell me what you'd like me to know, please.
A la persona que está en la línea telefónica, por favor, quítese de silencio y dígame a mí, al juez, lo que piensa usted de esta causa. ¿Qué me quiere comentar?
Señor juez, buenos días.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What would you like me to know?
¿Qué me quiere comunicar, señor?
Pido por favor que se nos ayude en este caso.
I ask for the favor of assistance in this matter.
Nosotros tenemos miedo de que algo
We are afraid that something may happen to us.
Hay amenazas muy fuertes de muerte.
There have been strong threats of death emitted against us.
Y daños a nuestra propiedad también.
And harm, danger, damage to our property as well.
Pido su ayuda, por favor.
So I ask for your assistance, please.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Gracias.
Attorney for the defendant, what would you like to tell me?
Thank you, Your Honor. So we understand there is some DV misdemeanor history, but the court should note Mr. Cisneros does not have any felony history, Judge. It looks like he will abide by any no contact orders that the court enters at this time. Given those reasons, Judge, we are asking you to release Mr. Cisneros to pretrial services supervision. But if you're not inclined, we ask that you set the bond close to $2,000. Thank you.
El abogado defensor comenta que siente que la familia tiene temor en este caso y que hay un historial de violencia doméstica entre ellos posiblemente, pero que el señor Cisneros no tiene antecedentes en asuntos en lo penal por delitos mayores. Lo que dice él es que él está dispuesto a cumplir con órdenes de alejamiento sin comunicarse con la víctima alegada y que también por eso pedimos que lo deje salir bajo la supervisión de la agencia preprocesal y de no ser así, que le imponga una fianza a una cantidad baja. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to set your bond at $7,500.
El juez le dice, señor Cisneros, que le impongo fianza por la cantidad de $7,500.
I'm going to set your preliminary hearing on the 21st of May.
Y la audiencia preliminar se programa para el día 21 de mayo.
Standard release conditions will apply.
Las condiciones normales de liberación se aplican al caso suyo.
I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender.
Voy a designar al abogado de oficio del defensor público para que se encargue de su defensa.
Further, I'm ordering that you have no contact with any victims and don't return to where the victims reside.
Adicionalmente, le prohibimos cualquier contacto o comunicación en el futuro con las víctimas y no de regresar a donde radiquen ellos.
Good luck to everybody and thank you for the interpreter.
Buena suerte a todos y gracias al intérprete.
¿Puedo hacer un comentario?
Jim, do we have any other in Spanish?
Mr. Cisneros, offer a comment to the court.
Okay, go ahead.
Siga, señor.
La última vez que tuvo la corte fue la semana pasada y se le pidió también, salió con con las mismas advertencias, que no podía tener contacto con ninguno de nosotros de nuestra familia. Más sin embargo, no las cumplió. Quebró este reglamento también, y nosotros, quiero añadir que tenemos orden de protección y quebró la orden de protección así también.
Your Honor, that comment was from the victim and not Mr. Cisneros. He says that we had a court hearing in this matter last week, and he was given those same conditions of release, and he did not comply with them. Furthermore, we have an order of protection against him, and he also broke that as well.
Okay, well, that's why I'm keeping him in jail.
Sí, pues por eso es que está encarcelado por fianza de 7,500, señor.
Muchas gracias.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Everyone have a good day, and the interpreter can be excused. That's our last Spanish for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gracias. I'm hanging up. Thank you.
Thanks. Sir, can I have your name, please?
Corey Davis.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, misconduct with a weapon, and other drug charges. Does the state have a position in this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $15,000 bond with pretrial services, given the substantial felony conviction history and offenses that appear to be similar in nature as well.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Thank you, Judge. We understand that the interim complaint alleges 55 grams of possession, but Your Honor, I understand that meets the presumption for the sales quantity, but the court should note that there was no other indicia of sales, such as scales or any dollar bills that were found at the vehicle. Moreover, Your Honor, Mr. Davis doesn't have any failure to history of the last 2 years. Pretrial contacted his girlfriend, and she agreed to assume third-party custody and provide transportation to court if needed. Your Honor, if the court is concerned about his criminal history and is not inclined to release him to pretrial services supervision, we ask that you set the bond close to $5,000. And again, Judge, this is a victimless claim, and there is no other allegation of violence. Thank you.
Thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the bond at $7,500 cash secured with pretrial if released. Appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant. Standard release conditions will apply. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on May 21st at 1:30 p.m. Sir, if you post the bond, you will be released. You must appear in court. If not, you'll be transported. Your lawyer will be in touch with you. Good luck to you.
Thanks, sir.
Dixon?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Hi, my name is Berlin Dixon.
I'm Judge Hazel. You have a warrant for your arrest out of Superior Court. You also have charges out of a warrant out of City Court as well. Does the state have a position on the Superior Court warrant? That judge set the bond at $500. State's position?
I would just note the report indicates she was unresponsive to pretrial when interviewed, was previously released, didn't contact pretrial, and then failed to appear.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, I was able to talk to Ms. Dixon before court this morning. She reports to me that she will make it to court if the court were to release her to pretrial services supervision. This is a low-level simple possession drug charge. Your Honor, the unresponsiveness with pretrial, I'm not sure why, but she gave them enough information so that they could contact her sister, who couldn't provide much support, but there is some family support that she has in the community. Again, Judge, I understand the warrant lists a $500 bond, but Ms. Dixon is asking you to give her one more chance on pretrial, and she avows to the court she will make it this time.
All right. I'm going to affirm the $500 bond out of Superior Court. I'm going to set this matter of arraignment on the 19th. That bond will be cash secured pretrial if released. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender with standard conditions.
I have to stay in here? Sir?
Let's go on to your warrant out of City Court now, ma'am.
Right, but sir, I'm just asking, if I don't get released on this game, I might get really cause some stuff to really go wrong with my children. And I really need to get out because sir, I really didn't do anything yesterday besides I was just walking, sir.
Okay.
Could you please?
On your city,
I didn't want you to say something which would influence yourself.
I was literally just walking.
on your city court case, I'm going to set your bond at $100 and give you a new court of a video review of 1:45 p.m. on the 20th. If you post the total bonds, you'll be released. Your new court date in Tucson would be the 16th at 2:30. I'm appointing the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. And again, the reason that I am holding you is that you ignored the pretrial services in this.
No, sir. I didn't ignore them. I haven't received any type of information on the pretrial services, sir.
All right.
I didn't ignore them at all.
All right. Good luck to you.
Can you please? Do you think you can please help me out with me getting released today?
Good luck, ma'am. Thank you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
James Donaldson.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest. You failed to appear in Superior Court. The judge set a bond at $500. The state have a position on this matter. You also have charges out of the city of Tucson. The state have a position.
Judge just said, again, he was previously released to pretrial, didn't contact them, and failed to appear.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider giving Mr. Donaldson one more chance on pretrial services. I understand he's a level 4 on the scale, but he avows to the court that he will make it. It seems like this is his only felony conviction. I mean, this is his only felony ever. I don't see any significant misdemeanor history in the pretrial services report, so we're asking you to give him that one more chance to show up. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to affirm the bond of $500, set this matter for an arraignment on the 19th. That'll be a cash secured bond in the amount of $500 that was previously ordered. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant in all further proceedings in this matter. Let's go on to your Tucson City cases. You have a warrant, and I believe you have a new charge out of the city of Tucson. The new charges are criminal trespass, possession of drug paraphernalia. You also have warrants for trespassing. What I'm going to do is set your bond on your Tucson cases in the amount of $250. I'm going to give you a new court date for the video review on that of May the 20th at 1:45 p.m. If you are released, you must appear on June 16th at 9 a.m. So your next court dates are May 20th and the 21st. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you. Judge, did you appoint the city PD on the misdemeanor?
Yes, whenever they're held, I always appoint city PD.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you have more files over there, or are these all of them? Okay, I just want to make sure. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Lawrence, Manuel Francisco Encinas.
Okay, you're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest out of Justice Court. You failed to appear, and a judge set a $1,500 bond. This is a warrant out of Pinal County. The state have a position on this out-of-county warrant?
Your Honor, the state doesn't take a position on the felony warrant out of Pinal County.
Okay. Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Encinas to pretrial services supervision with a reporting date to Pinal County. It looks like a notice of non-service was found with the court in Pinal County. So I also talked to Mr. Encinas. He reports to me he didn't receive any notice of this charge on a Superior Court case. So, Judge, because he didn't have that notice, we are asking you to give him a chance on pretrial services release with instructions to report to Pinal.
I'm going to affirm the Pinal County bond. I'm going to direct Pinal County to come and pick him up with due diligence. I'm going to set a review hearing of June 11th to make sure that happens. I'm sure they will come well before that date to do that. Sir, if you post the bond, you must appear in Pinal County Superior Court. If you post the bond, and just go to the front counter and they will bring you before a judge. You also have charges out of Tucson City Court. Let me go over those with you. Those charges are driving on a suspended license, DUI, failure to stop, failure to leave the scene of an accident. On those Tucson City cases, I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of June 11th. So you must appear in Tucson City Court on June 11th. And that will be at 9:30 in the morning. Good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I'm sorry. I know the court has made its decision, but Mr. Encinas is asking the court if the court will hear him out if he makes a request to lower the bond.
No, I'm going to keep the amount that Judge Neal requested. I know Judge Neal wouldn't have set that if she didn't think it was appropriate. Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Andrew Hoover.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have charges of possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. You also have a warrant out of the city of Tucson, or let me see, or maybe it's a new charge. No, it looks like a warrant. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes, sir.
They have a position in this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $500 bond with pretrial services and a steps hearing. It appears he's currently detained without bond on a felony probation violation here locally.
All right, thank you. The attorney for the defendant.
Thank you, Judge. We just asked the court to set a $500 bond for time credit purposes and a steps hearing. We will not be waiving time on this one since he's already in custody on the probation matter.
Okay, I'll set a steps hearing on the 20th, a preliminary hearing on the 21st. I'll set the bond in the amount of $500.
What's the steps hearing?
The steps hearing is a program where you can earn dismissal by completing certain terms.
Oh, okay. So
Let's go on to your Tucson City cases now.
Oh.
You have a trespassing charge out of the city of Tucson.
Oh.
I'm going to set this matter for a non-transport review on June 20th. I am going to appoint the office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you.
June 5th. Will I be out by then, you think?
Depends on the probation case. You'll see a judge for the probation case.
So good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And Judge, that was 9 a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Hello, Jalen AJ Johnson.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today because a warrant exists for your arrest for a charge of out of Superior Court for multiple domestic violence offenses. Superior Court judge set your bond in the amount of $25,000. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting you honor the $25,000 grand jury warrant. And looking at the date of offense in that warrant, it looks like he was on misdemeanor DV probation as well as the felony DV probation. There's numerous victims here, and they're all the same victims in the misdemeanor and the felony probation matters.
Thank you. Does the defense have a position on this matter?
Yes, Judge. So it looks like Mr. Johnson was released from custody because the state dismissed the matter. I understand the state went ahead and refiled this matter, but Pretrial Services was able to contact one of the victims, his mother, and she has indicated she wants further contact. She wants him to return home, and she wants his release from custody. Your Honor, Mr. Johnson doesn't seem to have any failure to appear history based on the pretrial report. I understand the grand jury has asked for a $25,000 bond. But I mean, the grand jury warrant lists a $25,000 bond. But Your Honor, given that he's young and the victims do not object, one of the victims does not object, we ask the court to consider releasing him to pretrial services.
Thank you. I'm going to affirm the $25,000 bond, set the matter for May 19th for 1:30 p.m. for arraignment. Appoint the office of the public defender to represent the defendant. I am going to impose standard release conditions with additional conditions: no contact with any victim, don't return to the scene of the crime. See, your next court date is the 19th. You are released. You must appear at the. Good luck to you.
All the way up.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Sergeant King III.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest. You were out of Superior Court, failed to appear, and a bond was set in the amount of $5,000. State have a position in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, and I thought the warrant amount was actually $500 per pretrial. Was it actually $5,000, Judge?
Did I say 5,000? I'm sorry, I meant 500. You're correct.
Okay. Sorry, Judge. So we're asking the court to affirm that he was previously released. He last had contact with pretrial in March and then failed to appear, hence the warrant that issued.
All right, attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, Mr. King is only a level 2 on the pretrial services workup. He was honest with pretrial. He just said, I forgot about going to court. He didn't make any excuses. Failure to appear history is just one, I'm assuming, because of this case. Your Honor, this is a simple possession case. Mr. King assures the court that he will show up if the court gives him an arraignment date this morning. So we are asking the court to consider releasing him to pretrial services.
Thank you. I'm going to affirm the $500 bond and set this matter for a arraignment on the 19th. That bond will be cash secured pretrial with posted standard release conditions will apply. I'm appointing the office of the public defender to represent the defendant in this matter. Sir, your next court date is the 19th. If you post the bond, you will be released. Otherwise, you'll be transported at that time. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks too much. Yeah, if you don't.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Wendy Martinez.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here on a number of things today. First, you have new charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's recommending the $1,000 bond with a steps hearing. He does have that warrant. You'll see him on as well out of Santa Cruz County, as well as it looks like he's got at least 3 misdemeanor warrants, 1 out of Justice Court, I believe, and 2 out of Tucson City Court that he's been failing to appear on since 2023.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we understand Mr. Martinez has some history, but he finished probation the first time around and earned a misdemeanor. We understand he's 6 on 6 on the scales. So if you're not inclined to do pretrial services release, we just ask that, given that this is a drug case, we ask that you set a $500 bond on that. And on the Santa Cruz County warrant, we also ask the court to set a nominal bond so he can earn time for it.
All right, thank you. I'm going to set a steps hearing on the 20th, a preliminary hearing on the 21st. I'm going to set the bond at $500 cash secured if posted through pretrial services. I'm going to appoint the office of the public defender to represent the defendant in all further proceedings opposing standard conditions. Let's go on to his other warrants now. Next, he has a warrant out of Justice Court from Nogales, Santa Cruz County. I'm going to set that bond in the amount of $100 so he gets credit for time being in custody. That'll be cash secured with standard release conditions. So I'm going to set a review hearing for that matter on June 11th.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to his warrant out of Justice Court. He has a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court for shoplifting. I'm going to also set a $100 bond on that matter and appoint counsel. I'm going to set that for tomorrow. At 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to appoint Adam Waters to be the attorney in that matter. Again, I'm setting it for tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock with Judge Garza. All right, let's go on to the Tucson City matters now. Sir, it looks like you have a couple warrants out of the city of Tucson for trespassing and other matters. I'm going to appoint the city public defender for you on that matter. I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to set it for a video review on May the 20th at 1:45 p.m. If you are released and you're out of custody at that time, you need to appear in Tucson City Court at 9 a.m. on the 16th of June. Standard release conditions will apply in this matter. But you are being, the bond will be $100. So I believe your total bond is $800 altogether. So good luck to you, sir. Hi, can I have your name, please?
McGee.
Are you Rudy McGee?
Yes.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of narcotic drug. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
And on this matter?
Your Honor, given the lack of history, we're requesting pretrial service release with a steps court hearing.
Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, we agree. We are willing to waive time and go to June 25th for the PH.
Okay, thank you. So I am going to release you and set this matter for a steps hearing on May the 20th at 9 a.m. Steps is a program where you can earn dismissal by completing the terms. I'm going to set the preliminary hearing on June the 25th. You are being released, and I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in all further proceedings. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, can I have your name, please? He's not there yet. Sorry.
Yes.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Christopher Meyer.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on felony shoplifting charges. Plus, you have 2 warrants out of Justice Court for shoplifting. Does the state have a position in this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $2,500 bond with pretrial services. It looks like his felony history as well as misdemeanor history includes several theft-related offenses. As the court noted, he's got the 2 warrants, both for shoplifting from 2024 and of this year. Even though this isn't, I'm going to say, the most egregious theft, the issue is he can just not stop stealing, within this county.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we're asking, because this is a shoplifting, it's a property offense. We understand the state's position, but we're asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Meyer to pretrial services supervision. I understand he has some FTAs, but his last felony conviction seems to be from 2015. That's why we're asking for release at this time.
All right, thank you. I'm going to set the bond in the amount of $2,000 cash secured, set the matter for a preliminary hearing on May 21st at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the Office of Public Defender to represent the defendant in all further proceedings. Standard release conditions will apply, including don't return to the scene of the crime, don't have any contact with any victims. Let's go on to your 2 misdemeanor cases. You have 2 warrants out of Justice Court. On each of those warrants, I'm going to set your bond at $100 and appoint Adam Waters to be your attorney. I'm going to set both of these cases for tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If you post all of these bonds, you will be released. Standard release conditions will apply in all cases. So your next court date for your Justice Court is tomorrow, and then the 21st for your preliminary hearing. Good luck to you, sir.
2,200. And just the court said $100 each, so it was $200 on the misdemeanors total?
Yes, and court tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So, Your Honor, so Rita Morales, I believe Your Honor, Rita Morales is the one we decided to continue because pretrial services is requesting. So,
Yeah. The next one I have on my list is SoCal.
So,
Thank you.
So,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Nicholas Soto.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charge with aggravated domestic violence. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state is requesting $25,000 bond with pretrial services based on the nature of the offense. As you'll note in the handwritten note of the interim complaint, it did note the status of the victim being pregnant, as well as him being on two different misdemeanor DV probations that involved, it appears, different victims.
Thank you. We do have a victim on the phone. If you would unmute yourself and tell me your name, please.
Davina Perez.
What would you like me to know about this case?
That I'm really scared if you let him out, that he might come back and hurt me.
Okay, thank you.
Because he has a really bad temper now, like with drugs and alcohol, so he can't control that.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Does the defense have a position, please?
Yes, please, Judge. We understand that Mr. Soto seems to have two misdemeanor cases with different victims, but Mr. Soto is only 26 years old. He does not have any felony history on his record. There seem to be no failures to appear, Your Honor, and he is able to abide by any no contact orders if the court were to impose those. So for those reasons, Judge, we are asking for release, but if the court's not inclined, we ask that the court set a bond closer to $5,000. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to set the bond at $20,000 cash secured with a new court date of May 11th at 1:30 p.m. Standard release conditions will apply, including additional conditions: no contact with any victim, don't return to victim locations. That'll be a cash secured bond. If it is posted, he'll be released through pretrial services. And I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant in all further proceedings. Sir, your next court date is the 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. Good luck to you, sir.
thank you, Your Honor.
Did they ever let you know if the public defender showed up at your room?
Judge, I have information about the Jewy stuff.
Okay, so we're not holding up. Yeah. Have a seat, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Can I have your name, please?
Adriana Stevens.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on new charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. Does the state have a position?
Your Honor, given the nature of the offenses, the state's requesting pretrial services release with a steps court hearing.
Does defense have a position?
Your Honor, we agree with the state. We just ask you give us a PH date on the 25th of June, please. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to release the defendant with the steps hearing on May 20th. Steps is a program member. You've completed your charge, can be dismissed. I'm releasing you through pretrial services. Your preliminary hearing will be on June 25th. I'm going to impose standard release conditions, and I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, so you are being released. Good luck to you. Try to complete that program so your case will be dismissed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Off.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
David Dominico Straub.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on new charges of theft of a means of transportation, and you also have a warrant out of Cochise County. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting $15,000 bond with pretrial services in lieu of a no bond. It not only appears that he is on felony release, he appears to also be on 2 different felony probations as well.
Okay, attorney for the defendant.
Judge, records, there's no hold date, right? On Straub. Oh, sorry. I was just checking with records just to see if there was a hold. I believe not, Judge, but I suspect that's because it is the weekend. Your Honor, given that this is a property crime and the state can ask for a no bond hold, and we thank them for giving us that option of the court setting a bond. So, Judge, if you're not inclined to release Mr. Straub today, we just ask that you set a $5,000 bond due to the nature of the offense. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 cash secured on the new charges. I'm going to set the matter for a preliminary hearing on May the 21st. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims, don't return to their location. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Legal Defender to represent the defendant. If bond is posted, he'll be released through pretrial services. Let's go on to his out-of-county warrant. Looks like he failed to appear for sentencing. I am going to also set a $10,000 bond in that matter. Direct Cochise County to come and pick him up by June 11th. Sir, once you get to Cochise County, you'll appear before a judge and they will appoint appropriate counsel to represent you in all further proceedings. So your total bond at this point is $20,000. Good luck to you, sir.
And Judge, was there a review hearing? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, it's a review hearing at that date. Yeah. Just make sure that they're aware of their holds.
That's something.
So you're all done. You can go home. But you have to clean up all my mess. I think it'd take a long time for you to process all those.
Vargas.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Fernando Vargas.
You're here today on a charge of aggravated assault. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $10,000 bond with pretrial services. He's got no ties, it looks like, to Arizona. He lives out of state. And it's also primarily due to the nature of the offense of pushing the victim officer and striking that victim officer in the face at least twice.
All right. Attorney for the defendant.
So a couple of things, Your Honor. Mr. Vargas is a truck driver, so he reports to me that he travels pretty much throughout the United States for his living. Your Honor, we understand the state's position that his primary residence is located in the state of New Mexico. But Your Honor, Your Honor, the interim complaint also suggests that officers were responding to an intoxicated person call, and Your Honor, so I understand disclosure will be made, and we understand the totality of the circumstances. But the last conviction Mr. Vargas has is from 2004, Judge. It's relatively old, and his probation was terminated early, so he is able to comply with any conditions that the court and any release conditions the court gives him today. Your Honor, if the court, we are asking the court to consider releasing him to pretrial services supervision with permission to go back to the state of New Mexico, because trying to travel across the U.S. because that's his job. He vows to the court he will make sure he resolves this matter once it is indicted by the county attorney. But Judge, if you're absolutely not inclined to release him at this time, we just ask, due to a relatively old trial, we ask that you set the bond close to $500. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 and set this matter for a preliminary hearing on May 21st. Standard release conditions will apply. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender. And post the bond, it will be supervised for pretrial services. If he does post the bond and his release, I will allow him to travel for work. Sir, your next court date is the 21st. Good luck to you.
Just have Walker.
Walker. Yes.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Shannon Walker.
Hi, you're here today on a charge of misconduct with weapons. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's actually okay with his release to pretrial services, as noted in the interim complaint, as well as the pretrial report. The case that technically makes him prohibited is an old drug possession case from about 20 years ago.
Attorney for the defendant.
Yes, Judge, I agree with the state, and also I don't know if there is probable cause because under the new law, rights are automatically restored, and it's a nonviolent offense. It's a drug charge, so I don't know if there is probable cause. But since the state's recommending release, if the court's not willing to dismiss, we are okay with that release recommendation, and we concur.
Excuse me.
I'm going to release you and set the matter for a preliminary hearing on June the 2nd at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. Standard release conditions will apply in this matter. So you are being released. I am appointing the Office of the Legal Defender to represent you in all further proceedings.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
And just this was ROR or pretrial?
Pretrial.
Pretrial. So good luck to you, sir. You're being released.
Hey, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.